All right, let's dive into something really cool today, especially for any business that still lives and breathes by the good old phone call. It's a tool called Teletalker, and the whole idea is to turn a spare phone into your brand new AI assistant. So the question is, could that old phone sitting in your drawer actually be your next best employee? Let's find out. So, if you're running your own show or have a small business, this probably sounds familiar, right? The phone rings, and it's a total interruption. But if you miss that call, you might have just lost a customer. And don't even get me started on the back and forth of scheduling appointments. It can feel like a full-time job. How do you fix that without spending a fortune? Well, that's where things get interesting. Forget what you know about traditional answering services or these big, expensive cloud systems for a minute. We're talking about a totally different approach here, one that puts all the power right back into a device you probably already own. Okay, so first up, Section 1, the small business phone problem. Before we get into the solution, let's just quickly nail down exactly what challenges we're trying to solve here. For most small businesses, it really boils down to just a few key things. Every single call you miss is potential money walking out the door and right to your competition. Manually booking appointments is just a massive time sink. And hiring a human receptionist, that's a major expense. But at the same time, your customers expect you to be professional and available 24/7. It's a tough spot to be in. So, how do you get out of that spot? Let's jump into Section 2 and meet Teletalker AI. This is a pretty unique on-device solution built to tackle these problems head-on. So what exactly is Teletalker? At its heart, it is not a cloud service. It's software, an app that you install on a dedicated Android phone. Now here's the most important part. The phone has to be rooted. That just means you unlock the operating system so the app gets the deep-level access it needs to actually manage real phone calls coming through a SIM card, all while using these incredible, high-quality AI voices. Okay, moving on to Section 3. Teletalker isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. So let's break down the light versus the standard versions to see what makes sense for different needs. The difference is actually pretty simple. Think of Teletalker Lite as your virtual receptionist. It's built to be super lightweight and quick to set up for one main job, handling all your incoming calls, answering common questions, and taking notes. But then you've got Teletalker Standard. It does everything Lite does, but it adds a whole new dimension, outbound calls. It has a calendar built right in so you can schedule things like appointment reminders, and the AI will automatically make those calls for you. And here's the great part. No matter which version you pick, you get the same killer core features. We're talking about real calls on a real SIM card, not some glitchy internet call. It records the calls and creates transcripts right there on the device itself, which, is a massive win for privacy. And you're in control. You bring your own account, your own API key from your favorite voice provider. Okay, this all sounds pretty fantastic, but what does it actually take to run it? Now, this next section is absolutely crucial because Teletalker has some very, very specific technical needs that you have to know about before you even think about starting. And here it is, the single most important requirement, in all caps for a reason. Root access is required. This is not optional, it's not a suggestion, it's the whole foundation of how this works, and it's why you're not going to find this app on the Google Play Store. So why is root so non-negotiable? Well, think about it. Normal Android apps are kept in a little sandbox. They can't just hijack a phone call. Root access basically gives Teletalker a master key to the whole system. That key lets it do 3 critical things. 1, reliably auto-answer the call. 2, inject the AI voice right into the audio stream. And 3, listen to what the other person is saying so it can transcribe it. Without root, none of that magic happens. Besides the big one, root, there are a couple of other things to keep in mind. Right now, it's built for Android versions 9 through 12, and your best bet for a device is usually an older, mid-range phone that's known to be easy to root, like some of those older Samsung models. And yeah, like I said, you're not getting this from the App Store. You grab the official APK file directly from their website. All right, now for the fun part. Let's say you've got a compatible phone, you're ready to go. How much is this going to cost, and what does getting it set up actually look like? The platform fee is refreshingly simple, 5 cents per minute. That's it. We're talking about active call time. There's no monthly subscription, no hidden platform fees. It is a pure pay-as-you-go model. You only pay for what you actually use. Now, it is really important to understand that you're managing 2 separate costs. First, there's the Teletalker platform fee. You'll top up your account with credits for that, and that's handled with crypto. Second is the cost for the AI voice itself. That gets billed directly to your personal 11 Labs or Ultrabox account. This whole model is designed to give you total transparency and control over every cent you spend. Getting set up is basically a two-part mission. Part 1 is all about prepping the phone. You've got to confirm it has root access, download and install that APK file, and then dive into the phone's settings to grant all the permissions it needs. Oh, and you have to make sure battery optimization is turned off for the app so it can always be running and ready to catch those calls. Once the phone is ready, Part 2 is all about configuring the app itself. This is the easy part. You just paste in your API key from your voice provider. That's just a code that lets the services talk to each other. Then you top up your credits, run a quick test call to make sure it sounds good, and that's it. Your AI assistant is officially on the clock. So when you pull it all together, what's the big takeaway here? What's the Teletalker advantage? Well, it's about slashing costs by automating all those routine calls. It's about taking your privacy seriously by keeping all that sensitive data on your own device. But really, it all comes down to one word: control. You own the phone, you own the SIM card, you own the voice provider account. You're in the driver's seat. And that leaves us right back where we started, with that one big question. When you take a cheap, spare device and you combine it with some seriously powerful AI and a dead simple pay-as-you-go model, you get something entirely new. It's not just an answering machine, it's an active part of your business. So maybe it's time to take a second look at that old phone in your drawer. Could it be your next employee?